Hello and welcome to our next set of notes for our physical features and climate unit. Uh, for this set of notes, we are going to be focusing on the world's climates. Leaving the page as I normally do, leaving those blank until I know how many pages I am going to use. I already know this one is going to take me a couple of pages, so keep that in mind as you are working through these notes. So 57 was my last set of notes, so I'm going to be somewhat after that. Here is page 57. I am starting on the right hand clean side, leaving the left hand blank. You can see I do that for all of my pages. So I'm going to be starting on page 59. And I'm going to first start with our definition for weather. Oh, one thing that I forgot is my title. The world's climates. All right, now for my first definition, which, like I said, was weather. Now, we need to know weather in order to be able to start to figure out climate. So, weather is the day to day environmental conditions for an area or region. Depends, I'm going to put that on the next line, don't have enough room. Depends on multiple factors, including latitude, altitude, local physical features, and the Earth's axis tilt. So where the Earth is positioned and in its cycle around the Earth is one of those factors. Okay, now for climate. These are weather patterns in a location over a long period of time, depending on the direct amount of sunlight it receives. So the subpoint closer to the equator is usually warmer, while closer to the poles are usually colder. There's another subpoint that I want to add on here. Winds, ocean currents, and other physical features also have an impact. All right. Now, there are many different classifications and types of climate zones. We're going to focus on 8 different climate zones is going to be our focus and our definition for our class. So our first one is going to be tropical wet. This climate zone only has one season. It is known for its consistent precipitation and warm temperatures. Okay, I'm going to go on to my next page. So this time I am going to remember not only to number my page, but also to add my title, the world's climates. And here we go with our next definition of tropical dry. Now this climate only has 2 seasons, summer and winter. Summer is the wet season, getting less. Then 4 inches of rain. Winter is the dry season. Next definition is semi-arid. In this climate zone, there is little precipitation and can usually be found near an arid climate. It has little vegetation, mostly shrubs and plants, adapted to need very little water. This leads us to our arid climate. This climate has barely any rainfall, with very dry soil. High temperatures, and sparse vegetation, meaning very far apart vegetation. Next, we have the Mediterranean climate. This climate is very warm, seasonal changes, in the ocean currents, and water temperatures it has hot, dry summers and cold, mild winters. Our next one is our subtropical. These ones are mostly found north of the equator and midway between the equator and southern pole. Summers are long, and receive consistent rain. All right, so I am running out of room and I've got two more definitions to go. So I'm going to go onto a next page. Number at the top, the world's climate up here. And with plenty of room to write my final definitions, I am going to go to continental. So continental climates are relatively dry, With hot summers and cold winters. It is also known for having many resources. And our final definition is Arctic. This is cold all year and very little lives here. Okay, so those are your notes for the world's climate. Once you've got your page numbers figured out, so for me that's 59 to 63, I'm going to go back to my table of contents and I am going to add that to my entry.